The suspect is there waiting for him. And then you go to your driver's side of the car, you pull a baby out, and you just throw this baby away like it's nothing.
A tragic and unthinkable crime rapidly unfolding just north of us in St. Petersburg. A father charged with murder, accused of purposely throwing his 5-year-old daughter off the area's highest bridge. It happened in the pre-dawn hours on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge right over Tampa Bay near St. Pete. A police officer reportedly witnessing the whole thing but couldn't do anything. It all started when the officer reported that the dad, 25-year-old John Nicholas John Chuck Jr., was speeding past him up to 100 miles an hour. He's the guy in the white jumpsuit here. And he sped onto the bridge before tossing that little girl over the railing. I'm laying out exactly what happened, but I want to warn you, some of the information may be very difficult to even hear. Blonde curls, baby cheeks, and those innocent eyes, smiling in a silly paper hat, it's easy to understand the way little Phoebe's mom describes her.
She was my little angel baby. She always will be. Now she really is, you know?
It hurts to imagine the fear on that heavenly little face as she was put through hell in her final moments. Police say she was in the passenger seat as her dad, seen here later in police custody, drove up this towering bridge with a police officer following.
The officer was trying to pick a place and a location where he could safely stop this car, and he gets to the top of the bridge and the car is already there waiting for him. The suspect is there waiting for him. And then you go to your driver's side of the car, you pull a baby out, and you just throw this baby away like it's nothing.
Phoebe was thrown into a 60-foot free fall into these cold, dark waters below.
We don't know if the child was alive at the time the child was thrown into the water. The officer said he thought he heard the child scream, but he's not sure.
A desperate search for a miracle beneath the bridge, ending in despair as her tiny little body was pulled from the water.
They found the child again about an hour and a half later, about a mile away. The current was pretty strong.
As Phoebe's body was gently placed in an ambulance and taken away, a scrape could be seen on his cheek and an apparent snarl on the face of her 25-year-old father as police led him in handcuffs in a white jumpsuit. His facial expression looking the same as he appeared via video before a judge. He looked down most of the time.
I've been doing this job for 29 years, and I don't even know what was going through this guy's mind.
Tonight, we're learning more about that part of the story, more about Phoebe's 25-year-old father, John Chuck Jr. He had custody of Phoebe, and just 12 hours before he drove her to the bridge, he met with his attorney about keeping custody of her. The attorney says that he called her, the attorney, God, during that meeting, and asked her to translate a Bible into Swedish. Tonight, we know he's got a documented history of violent arrests, and family members say he has a history of mental health problems. The girl's mom says Phoebe, quote, loved her dad. You can count on 4 in your corner to stay on top of this developing story and all of the developing stories we're following for you tonight on Fox 4 News at 6, and we'll keep you updated online on fox4now.com.